This is the MEEPO Mini 5, a fun and portable electric shortboard priced at $469 for the standard version and $599 for the extended range version, which I have in this video. Could this be the best affordable electric shortboard on the market? Let's find out! First off, let's see what we get in the box. Right on top we got some protective foam, underneath that, of course, the MEEPO Mini 5 itself, wrapped up nicely and securely. First impressions, the board looks sleek in its black and grey color scheme. Simple but stylish. The deck is 13 inches long and made from 8-ply Canadian maple. It feels super solid, but we'll talk more about that soon. Obviously we can find the charger for the board. It is pretty standard, providing 2 amps of current. We've also got the remote, which in the extended range version is the upgraded M5S model, that features a handy display and a vibration motor to give haptic feedback when, for example, changing modes. You will also find a bunch of nice little tools, with also a set of softer bushings. Lastly, we've got the user manual and some appreciated stickers. Now that we've got everything out of the box, let's take a closer look at the board itself. The MEEPO Mini 5 is made with 8-ply Canadian maple, which gives it a very rigid and sturdy feel. There is no flex in the deck, which some riders might not love, but for a shortboard its stiffness is perfect for control and responsiveness. This rigidity is mainly due to the short size and the presence of the battery and controller box along the whole length of the board, which doesn't allow for any flex at all. The deck has a deep concave shape, making this board great for sharp turns and fast maneuvers. This also keeps both feet firmly in place and allows for a secure ride. The wheels are 19mm with a 78A durometer. These are pretty solid for smooth rides, but if you are on rough pavement, you might feel some vibrations here and there. I'll talk more about that when I ride it. The tracks are MEEPO's 5th generation shredder tracks, and they come at a 45-degree angle. Out of the box they feel quite nice, not being either too stiff or too soft. I already mentioned that the board comes with a set of softer bushings to make for a more curvier ride. Like the MEEPO V5, the MEEPO Mini 5 is equipped with a Lingley ESC. This means that it has 4 speed modes and 4 braking modes that can be easily cycled through with this button on the controller. When pressing it, a small vibration will follow to allow you to be sure that the mode has changed, without needing to look at the display. Another cool feature is the push-to-start functionality. In fact, the board powers up automatically when you push it forward. This board is powered by a dual 500 watts hub motors. That's more than enough power for a shortboard. MEEPO claims a top speed of 50 km per hour, which makes this board one of the fastest considering its size and price. Be careful if you are new to electric skateboards, since it is quite dangerous if used at higher speeds, due to the small size making it less stable compared to longer models. Taking the MEEPO Mini 5 for a spin, the first thing you will notice is how nimble and responsive the board is, especially with that deep concave design and a small kicktail that makes it possible to lift the nose up to get over some obstacles that you might find out on the road. This board is perfect for a city environment with mostly flat and paved ground. Right now I'm riding in Speed Mode 2, which offers nice, smooth acceleration without being too punchy, and a max speed of 30 km per hour. Speed Mode 4, however, really kicks things up. It's almost too powerful for a shortboard, with an acceleration that will quite literally make you fall off the board if you're not lean far enough forward. The Lingley ESC gives a very nice balance between power and smoothness, providing good acceleration and braking, giving the board an overall very nice feeling. Speaking of braking, I set it to the second mode, which feels strong enough without throwing me off the board. In Mode 4, the braking can be very abrupt, and in my opinion is a bit too strong, considering that this isn't a longboard. Mode 1, however, is a bit too delicate in my opinion, and could not be enough to stop you in time in certain emergency situations. A downside I noticed when riding is that since the board doesn't have any flex, and the urethane hub on the motor is quite thin, you're going to feel lots of road vibrations, especially on rough pavement. If you plan to ride a lot on these rough surfaces, I'd recommend upgrading to 105mm wheels to smooth out the ride, or maybe get a belt-driven board like the MEEPO Flow. The model I have here is the extended range version with a 288 Wh battery, and MEEPO claims a range of 32 km on a single charge. I managed to get 20 km on a single ride with mixed speeds, but keep in mind that I live in a very mountainous area and the hills around here aren't certainly beneficial for this board's range. If you are lighter and take it easy, you can for sure stretch the range out to the closer advertised 30 km. The standard version with the 144 Wh battery will give you about 15 km in real-world conditions. One last thing I want to talk about is the hill climbing ability of this electric board. Riding my usual test hill proved to be no problem for this vehicle. This climb isn't extremely steep, but makes for a nice test for all kinds of electric vehicles. Compared to my other electric longboard, it was basically identical, which was expected due to the exact same power shared between the two models. The MEEPO Mini 5 blasted up this hill at a speed of around 35 km per hour, which is just 15 km per hour slower than my 50cc scooter, and quite a bit more than my 600 watts electric scooter. So, is the MEEPO Mini 5 worth it? For $469, it's an amazing deal. You're getting a powerful, agile and fast electric shortboard that is perfect for city commutes and casual rides. The dual hub motors offer impressive power, the speed it can reach is plenty for a shortboard, and the range is very good, at least in the extended range variant I have here. Keep in mind that this is not the board for you if you're constantly riding on rough roads, and if you need more comfort. I can see this board being extremely handy for someone living by the sea, or for the ones looking for a small electric vehicle to commute to work or school. If that's the case, you definitely can't get any other vehicle this powerful and fast at this price point, size and weight. Wrapping things up, the MEEPO Mini 5 is an awesome deal for anyone looking for power and portability at a great price point. That's it for this video, I'll catch you in the next one.